Welcome back. Today, we're going to be talking about conditions and expressions. Let's begin. To start, I'll ask the following question. What is the difference between x equals 5 and x equals 5? Well, x equals 5 is an example of an expression, whereas x equals 5 is a condition. Let's break it down. Conditions are used in selection and repetition structures, which we will learn about in the next couple of videos, while expressions can be used when assigning or changing the value of one or more variables. So, in this case, equals is called a comparative operator, which asks the question, is a variable equal to a given value or the value of another variable? For example, if x equals y, do something. A single equal sign is called an assignment operator, which sets or changes the value of a variable. Let's go through some examples that you may find beneficial. First, assignment operators. The plus sign and the minus sign work just as regular math. Same thing with multiplication and division, but these are represented as an asterisk and a forward slash respectively. It's important that the variable that you're changing the value of must be alone on the left side of the equals sign. Unlike regular math, the left side and the right side of the equals sign are not interchangeable. So, x equals x plus 5 is perfectly acceptable, whereas x plus 5 equals x is complete nonsense to the compiler. Some slightly fancier operators are plus equals, minus equals, times equals, and divided by equals. They're basically a simplified version of saying x equals x plus 5. So instead you could just write x plus equals 5. Similarly, x equals x times 5 is the same as writing x times equals 5, etc. Another couple of useful operators are plus plus and minus minus, which are called increment and decrement operators respectively. These will add 1 or subtract 1 from a variable respectively. If x equals 5, then the expression x plus plus will change the value of x from 5 to 6. The final operator we'll talk about is the percentage sign, which is called a modulo. This will divide a number by another number and return the remainder. For example, the expression x equals 9 modulo 2 will set x equals to 1, because the remainder of the expression 9 divided by 2 is 1. Next, let's talk about relational and logical operators. Like we said before, equals will check if the left side of the operator is equal to the right and will return true if they are indeed equal. Exclamation equals is called an inverter, which will return true if the left side of the operator is not equal to the right. Another couple of operators are less than or greater than, which are pretty straightforward. The final two operators are less than or equal to and greater than or equal to. The last four I just mentioned work the exact same as in regular math, but the syntax is a little bit tricky. You must have the comparative part on the left side of the equals sign, so less than equal to or greater than equal to, and not the other way around. Sometimes conditions and expressions can be combined to express more complex ideas. For example, if you want to check if the value of a variable is even, so that you write a condition that will return true if a certain value of a variable is even, you can write x modulo 2 equals 0, because if x is even, it should have no remainder when divided by 2. If you want to check if the value of the variable is odd, then you can simply write x modulo 2 equals 1. A couple of operators that are really important to know is the AND operator and the OR operator, denoted by two ampersand signs and two lines, respectively. They are used to combine conditions. For example, if x equals 5 and y equals 2, meaning that both conditions must be met for the overall condition to return true. OR gates allow for different options for the condition. For example, if x equals 2 or x equals 3, meaning that the condition is true if the value of x is equal to either 2 or 3. That's it for this video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to email me at edan.parker@queensu.ca. Thanks, and see you next time.